Good evening, ladies. It's so good to have you here. I'm so excited to be doing this with you. So, if you're a lady and you're a guy and you're just joining, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And I'm so excited to be doing this with you. I love relationship talk, and I really want you to get it right. And that's why I'll be delving into an important topic today. And you don't want to miss it. So, we're going to be talking about 7 simple truths to a blissful love life. 7 simple truths to a blissful relationship. Have you been having issues relationship? Do you have situationship? Do you have I'm going to be helping you clarify a lot of things that's going to help you land the right man. Even though we're not going to be going into details tonight. I'll just like do something around that. But we're just gonna be teaching about thank you, wisdom, for joining. I'm so excited to have you here. So we're just gonna be talking about the 7 truths to helping you have a blissful relationship and also to land the right spouse. So I'm just going to dive right into it. We have just a few minutes and we're going to be done with it. So firstly, I'm going to start with, so if you're just joining, can you type your name and where you're viewing from the comment section. Once again, I'm so excited to have you here and I'm happy to be doing this with you. So firstly, we're going to be talking about the 7 simple truths, right? So start with loving your partner how they want to be loved. Loving your partner how they want to be loved. I think this particular thing is a very dicey thing. Like people have had to struggle with this, and I think that I realized that even knowing your partner's love language is not enough. Knowing your partner love language is not enough. Actually acting it. When persons have a knowledge of, oh, my partner likes out of service, my partner likes gifts, my partner likes quality time. I think I like quality time, but I'm a very busy woman. I cannot really tell, but I think I like quality time. So yeah, so knowing your partner's love language is not enough. Actually acting it. You must have heard about quality time. You have the 5 love languages. We have the quality time. We have the gift. We have the act of service. We have the word of affirmation. And which other one? Which other one? Quality time, gift, act of service, word of affirmation, and I'm trying to remember. Physical touch. I don't like touching. Oh, that's why I forgot. So yeah, we have quality time, we have act of service, we have gifting, we have word of affirmation, and then we have the physical touch. So understand how your partner wants to be loved. And this is going to really help you. It's going to give you a stressless relationship. So I don't have to if I want to like someone, if I want to one of my own. I think my love language is more of word of affirmation. I know how to tell someone, "Oh, well done. Oh, good job. You're doing a great job." Like I know how to encourage people with my words. I think I'm very good at that, and I when I receive it, it means so much to me, and I do not take it for granted, right? So, if if I get to have a partner, and my partner likes act of service, or my partner likes gifting, right? Loves my partner's love language is gift or probably physical touch, and all I am doing is epistles. I'll compose an epistle, a paragraph, or a very long love letter, and I'm sending it to him. It's giving me absolute joy to send him that particular letter, but he appreciates it, but he's not loving it as much. Let's imagine have a partner that likes quality time, and my own love language is gifts, right? I love to buy people gifts. I feel like that's the way I want to express my love. I want to buy you gifts. And I buy him gifts on Monday, I buy him gifts on Tuesday. I barely sit down to even talk to him or have conversations with him to help our relationship grow or even spend time with him to make him happy. I just keep buying him gifts. I buy him gifts on Monday, I buy him gifts on Tuesdays, I buy him gifts on Wednesday. If I even decide to like take out time to spend my money or take out a part of my money, a huge part of my money, and then take him out on a date. And when I got to the date, I still left him where I kept him and I went to get gifts. I let him sitting alone all by himself and I still went to like get gifts for him. Right? And he's just like, I don't understand. Yes, you're buying gifts. I love it. But can you sit? Don't you just sit? Let's spend time together. Let's talk. Let's cheat. Let's cheat. Let's chit chat. Right? So you have to practice understanding how your partner wants to be loved and loving them that way. Someone that wants quality time, you can't keep giving them words of affirmation. Oh, you're beautiful, you're amazing. Okay, I know. Thank you very much. I want love me the way I want to be loved. So one of the things that you're gonna do to have a blissful love relationship is understanding your partner love language. Trust me, it's going to save you of so many headaches. One of the problem of parents or old people at the time was, because there was nothing like love language. There was no, who wrote that book? Gary Chapman. Am I right? Yes, I think so. There was no Gary Chapman to give them love languages at the time, and then most of the relationships are not what we want, right? Many of us, we don't really like our friend relationship. We love the harmoniousness. We love the harmony, rather. We love the harmony, but we don't want to have a relationship where your wife is calling you daddy, your husband is calling you mommy, right? It's somehow. So yes, you have to understand your partner love language and love them the same way they want to be loved. Another thing I want to tell you, to have a blissful love like this, to be interested in your partner's interest. One of the killers of relationships is when there are partners that don't even care about what their partner care about. Your partner, like, I love aesthetic, I love nature. I would rather prefer a romantic walk. I rather prefer to walk in the park than to. I'm sorry, I'm making this about me. I'm just trying to make it very relatable for, yeah. So I love to, I would rather have a romantic walk or probably travel for an holiday in a very serene place, quiet place that have different aesthetic, where there's probably a beach, there are trees. I love that kind of environment, right? And I like to be there. And then my partner always love to watch football. I don't like football. I am not interested in football. But it's going to really appreciate it if I decide to watch football. And I start saying, oh, what was the match? I started to follow him to watch football. I don't like football actually. First time I watched football, I cried. I cried. I don't want that to repeat itself. So yeah, I am interested. I have to pay attention to what my partner likes and love them the way they want to be loved, right? And that's one of the ways to warm up the heart of your partner and to get relationship going. So yes, another thing is to also okay, I said that I decide to pay attention to my partner's love language by loving him the way he wants to be loved and leaning into what he likes to do. And if, for me not to feel like the relationship is one-sided, he has to pay attention to what I'm doing too. I love nature. I love to see the moon. I love to see the stars. Follow me. Let's go and see the moon and stars together. It's very beautiful and it's a good place to be, right? So yeah, so that's one of the ways to also enhance a relationship, is to be interested in what they're interested in. And this is not just about the fun part of it. What are they doing? What are they working on? What are their goals? Honestly, this will warm the heart of anybody, and just not just your partner. If someone is doing something, be interested in what they are doing. Life is traveling on value. Even God is investing so much in you. God sent his son to die for you first because he loves you, right? Also, after he said that you have been created, you have been ordained for good works, right? Even God wants you to pay back. Well, it's not because you are really really paying back, because he has given you a life that nobody else can give you. Eternal life is not, it's not, it's not something that you can get anywhere. So God has given you so much that you cannot even pay back, right? So yes, aside from loving your partner the way to be loved, also be interested in what they're doing, be interested in their dreams, be interested in their goals, be interested in their career, be interested in their vision, right? What are you doing? What are you working on? How can I help you? Do you need design? Do you need anything that you need, right? Anything your partner needs, you have to be able to help them to work it out. You have to be able to help them to achieve their dreams. So be interested in their career and what they do. Another one I have here is listen to your partner. This is a very, very big deal. This is, you want to have harmony in your relationship, listen to your partner. Don't just assume. You know, I had a relationship some time ago, and then there was this guy that every time I want to tell him anything, you say, women. I've had a lot of women. I can tell you cannot judge me based on other women. I am not other women. I'm not, like, I'm not even, this is not even about similarity. I don't even want to believe that we have similarities, right? Say women, when a woman does like this is what she wants. When a woman does this is what I do not, and I will not understand. Right? You don't judge women based on, you don't judge your partner based on what you have heard, based on the facts you have gathered, based on what you have seen somewhere, right? People have their own peculiarity, they have their own uniqueness, they have what they believe in, they have what they value. Do you get? So you don't judge people based on other things that you have heard about them, right? So ensure that you gather the right, you listen to your partner, you hear what they want, and then you act as such. Listening to your partner is a big deal. And then you know, one of the things that I've noticed is that men often fall into this trap, and even some very intelligent and knowledgeable women, they fall into this trap and they start to, they start to judge their partner based on what they've known, or you just have a lot of ideas. You are too knowledgeable, you are too intelligent. Oh, we know that you are intelligent, but listen, there's a way listening to someone make them feel like, aside from even your partner, right? One of the ways to get into the heart of people, one of the ways to build a relationship is by listening to people, right? Listen to what they care about, listen to their life, listen to them, listen to people helps you build a kind of emotional bond with them. I'm sorry about the little glitch. I'm really, really sorry about that. So yes, I was talking about how that I was about how you have to like listen to your partner, right? Listen to your partner saves you from a lot. Listen to your partner helps the relationship to get better. Listen to your partner, make them feel seen. When you listen to me, I feel very special, right? I feel special and I want to. When your partner is happy, you're happy. Trust me. That is how God has created it. Imagine if you just say you yourself, you can even attest to the fact that you have a friend and you're always close, you're always together, and then I am together with you, but I'm always fussing, I'm always frowning, I'm not smiling, you're talking to me, nothing is funny, you most likely not want to be around me, you most likely not be happy to be around me, right? That's just how it happens. There's a popular quote online, a happy wife is a happy life, right? A happy husband is also a happy life, right? So when your partner is happy, you'll be happy. So listen to them, make them feel heard, make them feel seen. And even your partner can save you from a lot of things. Women have very deep instincts, right? Women can tell when things are already going haywire. I think it's one of the special gifts that God gave to women. They can tell when things are already getting haywire. Women think faster, process things faster than guys. So women have a lot of guilting, right? So one of the things men will do to themselves is to listen to their wives. And then one of the greatest undoing you do to yourself as a woman is not listening to your husband. So you have to listen to your husband, listen to each other so that you both feel seen and heard. So that's my third act. The next one I want to say, this one is very unconventional and it's not what we hear anywhere, but it is deep reflection. One of the things that has helped me in relating with people generally and not just romantically is deep reflection. I think a lot. Like if something is happening and instead of me jumping into handling it, I've had times where I would have, one of the things I like to do also, I don't like to demean any man because I don't want to come off as forceful. I don't want to come off as disrespectful, come up as hard. So I like to, when someone is around me, especially male figures, I like to make them feel heard and seen. I like to listen to them. I like to make them feel very special around me. Yes. So when something happened and I want to address it, I take my time to think. So how do I address this without making him feel less? How do I address it without making him feel unwanted? How do I address it without making him feel bad? Do you understand? So I take time to think. So when something happens, even beyond when people come to tell me things, they reach out to me for advice for what to do. I take my time to process it. Although I've seen videos, I've seen things that has happened, I've seen how to solve it. I still take time to think about it. And I also invite the Holy Spirit to help me come up with answers, right? So deep reflection can also help you to come up with better ways to relate with your partner. You don't just wisdom is very, very key to direct. Wisdom is very, very key to direct. So take time to think deeply, take time to reflect. Who is wrong? Who is not wrong? Right? Take time to think about all of the things that has happened. It's going to help you to take better decisions and then take better actions, right? And it's going to improve your relationship a great deal. Sometimes you guys are just like fighting and arguing over nothing. You're fighting over and over and over and over. Just like sitting down by yourself and then thinking, it's going to like get you answers to whatever it is that you're going through. Just by sitting down and thinking it's going to get you answers to whatever it is that is happening in your relationship. So always take time to listen, always take time to learn, always take time to reflect on whatever it is that is going on in your relationship and you're going to be able to improve your relationship. So another thing I have here is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a big deal. Forgiveness is a big deal, right? Forgiveness, there's no relationship that thrives without forgiveness. No matter people that have come along with those relationship or people that you're admiring online, it is thriving because they learn to forgive themselves. And those ones that you see that they ended up divorcing themselves is because they didn't learn to forgive themselves. And aside from forgiving themselves actually like plays a big role, right? But I know there are some underlying issues, and there's nothing that wisdom cannot do. There is nothing. I feel like to every divorce I see online, there is something that they are supposed to do that they did not do, right? There is every marriage can work. I don't know. I don't want to know. Every marriage can work. If people are able to like be teachable, bend themselves, not be too rigid, be ready to shed off toxicity and shed off old knowledge, and things are going to work. Honestly, there's no relationship that's not going to work. Let's imagine that. I mean, we're sorry about that. So let's imagine that the Jesus that we have been called to serve and we are serving actually as a kind of separated people that he doesn't want to have anything to do with, right? Probably there's some people that just say, oh, these people they are too weak, they are too rigid, I can't deal with them, I can't. I don't think there's anybody like that. I don't think there's a tribe like that. I don't think there's a crime like that. I don't think there's a set of people, there's a clan like that, rather. I don't think there's a set of people that Jesus is like separating and segregating them, that no, you know what, these people I cannot save them, I cannot be in a relationship with them, I cannot love them, right? If God, the Bible says in the book of Romans 5 verse 5 that the love of God has been shed abroad in our hearts through the Holy Spirit is given unto us. So you can love people, you can love everybody, you can have peaceful relationship with everybody. I know we are in a world where there's so much complexity, we have languages differences, we have a lot of things that are different, but then we can still be at peace with people, right? How much more who you are with, like a partner. So I think that marriages can work. I have a very strong conviction that if two persons, I mean, just you understanding one person, it's just you being calm for one person, it's just you trying to make things work out with one person. It is possible if you engage right knowledge. So yeah, so wisdom and then forgiveness. Learn to forgive. In It's not even only in marriage, even in relationship, you forgive as much as possible. Forgiveness is what makes relationship work. So yes, that forgiveness, oh this like this. It's like aside from your three square meals that you eat daily, forgiveness is one of the things that you're going to need in relationship. You're going to need it a lot. It's like a big deal. So the next thing I have here is self-discovery and awareness. Awareness, understanding yourself is a big deal. Understanding yourself is a big deal. You know, I personally I like journeying into myself. Like I like journeying into myself. I love it so much, and it gives me absolute delight to know that I know myself. So there's nothing it gives me joy when someone comes to tell me something. I already know that I'm dealing with it, right? You cannot just come and throw anything to me, or just come and throw any words around me and say, Victoria, you're this, Victoria, you're that. There's almost nothing. I'm saying this with deep sobriety, right? There's almost nothing you want to tell me about me that I don't know. I know my blind spots. Like I'm trying to say this because I like journeying into myself. I like reflections. I like thinking about things. I like asking Holy Spirit, what are the things? I have a list of things I know I'm going to like I need to like curtail, right? I need to deal about traumatized before. Probably you have a fear of something, or you can, if you don't heal in time, you can begin to bleed on your partner, right? So try to be really self-aware. Look into yourself, sit down, reflect, ask very tough questions. A lot of things about yourself, and it's going to help you improve yourself a great deal. If you don't understand yourself very well, you most likely not be able to love very well. Love is beyond feelings. Love is beyond logic and everything that you've already been told. Sometimes you need to be wholesome to love someone else very well, right? I hope you get that. So the last thing I have here is working in the spirit. One of my favorite scriptures that I know that makes marriages work is Galatians 5:16. It says that work in the spirit and you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. But honestly, there are times that you have every reason to hold on to grudges. You have every reason to keep malice. You have every reason to not forgive this person. You have every reason to treat them poorly, like you are justified, but nothing nothing justifies wickedness. Nothing justifies. I mean, working in the spirit is going to help you a great deal. There are some times that I've seen people poison their spouse. I've seen people treat their spouse poorly. I've seen husbands who hold on to money because their wife offended them. I've seen a lot of people run away from home. I've seen a lot. I have heard, I've read ago. I said, Victoria, I'm scared of you without God. Like I'm scared of the Victoria. that does not have the Holy Spirit. I'm scared of the Victoria. Like I'm scared. Like I'm literally worried for her. And one of my favorite scripture is how that God restores your soul. He restores my soul. He restores the original Victoria that He created that was tampered with by the devil, right? So there's a journey into my soul. This Victoria, this is one of the things that you have to shed off this season. And I'm facing it spoiling in my prayers, in knowledge, a lot of things, right? A lot of things, right? Like do some things wrongly to someone sometimes. I just think and I'm like, oh my god, Victoria, that was wrong. You just said the wrong things to the wrong thing to that person. Just acted rashly. You just sounded harsh. You just like a lot of things, right? A lot of things. So one of the things that you shouldn't joke with if you want to have a peaceful marriage is working in the spirit. Working in the spirit is going to save a great deal. Trust me, your partner will not always be right. Your partner can be so irritating. A lot of things is going to happen and you don't expect someone to be there's the Bible says to hear is human. I hope that's not a quote. I hope. No, I don't think it's a quote. So today is man. So human are deeply flawed, right? So it's going to the Bible talk. There was a particular scripture that I was reading a few days ago. I can't remember exactly, but it talked about when you sin. Like it's not if you sin. So the Bible even reachable. So far you are in this flesh. This is not a call to sponsoring your sinful lifestyle. I'm just telling you that sometimes mistakes are bound to happen. So you don't expect your partner to be 100% complete. And one of the things that I have noticed in especially godly relationships or Christian relationships or every relationship outside relationship is that like your last your last straw to develop your character. So your partner is coming to your life to your brother will say that Ilio Koni. That means your married matrimonial home is a place to learn lessons, right? So you are going to relationship, my romantic relationship, my normal relationship with friends. I know how much I need to exercise patience sometimes. Like I was talking to a friend today and she all of a sudden retorted in a hungry manner and I'm like, I don't understand. Like we're just joking just now and then I had to like just like bring down the tension all of a sudden. So we have to what you need to intentionally work in the spirit, intentionally decide to not err, intentionally decide to not if you allow the learn this by experience, right? If you hold on to grudge, if you hold on to unforgiveness, you suddenly become a bitter person. And even if it's someone that you are disliking or someone is doing something back to you, and then you suddenly start to more like really, really like I felt I was tortured. I felt like God was really stretching me. I felt like it was a very tough time for me because I didn't like the person and not like I didn't like the person because at the beginning I was trying to okay, I can like this person. I can like this person. And all of a sudden, I said to, you know what, this friendship or whatever it is cannot work. I don't like you, right? So I started to, resentment started to build up in me. Resentment started to build up in me. And there was a particular day I did something similar to what that person can do to me. I did something very terrible because I was angry with that person. So I just honestly just had to like bring back to my memory that Victoria, this is what unforgiveness does to you. Unforgiveness turns you to a somebody worse than that person that you're even hating on. Right? So forgiveness is something that you shouldn't condone. Work in the spirit and you will not forgive less of the flesh. Because not you remember that you are a Christian and then you treat people from your identity. I don't treat people based on their behavior. I don't treat people based on how they treated me, right? I'm treating people from my identity. My identity, I'm a child of God. And as a child of God, as a believer, I love. As a believer, I care. As a believer, I cherish. As a believer, I give myself to. God said we have been ordained for good work. So I'm doing good work and I'm not expecting anything in return. I'm expecting God to reward me, right? So I'll pick it that. So I'm just going to run through the 7 things I mentioned. So the first I said that love people how they want to be loved, right? The selfishness to love people the way you want to be loved. So yeah, so be interested in people, be interested in loving people, be interested in being loved, and feel loved. I don't know. That's why I don't recommend people marrying a dumb person. And then I want to believe that you are getting married or getting involved with someone that is fascinated by knowledge as much as you do. So yes, John Obidi talked about said something about marrying people. Dating is always between your level of consciousness, right? It's very hard for you to be on level 19 and fall in love with someone on level 0. I don't understand. That's why, but then we still have some narcissistic people going to pick a wife in the village so that they can dominate her. That's not the conversation for today. So listen to your partner and make them feel loved. And it can also save you from a lot of things. They can see things that you do not even see. And they can tell you the truth without filtering it. So another thing is deep thought and reflection. Always reflect about things that happen in your relationship. Before I do this a lot, before I talk about this, before I talk about anything that I'm concerned about, or anything that's giving me like making me worry about my relationship, I think about it. I analyze it. I think, okay, how best do I handle this? Right. So this thought and reflection is going to save from a lot of things. You learn a lot of things that you don't even see on social media. So nothing I said is forgiveness. Forgiveness is you need to understand yourself, understand who you are, understand how you behave the way you do. Understanding yourself is going to help you even tell your partner how to love you and also love them rightly and also deal with things, soul issues, and things that you need to deal with so that you can love better and be an amazing spouse, right? So the next thing I have, the last one I have here is not all of those things that you held on to, you'll not be able to do a lot. All of those things. One of the things that's sponsored, there's some we have Christian counselors, we have secular counselors. Secular counselors always emphasize on marrying someone that is kind. But me, I'm telling you, marry a child of God because kindness has a limit. I used to tell people that when you're in a relationship, when you're a believer, you're in a relationship, and it's looking as if relationship is very smooth and soft. It's what the devil already had your partner, right? And he's not going to do much. Allow that person to enter any marriage with you. You're going to know how much devil's going to use them against you. You get frustrated at some point and it will tamper a lot of things, not just your growth, not just your career, your relationship with God. A lot of things are going to go down the drain. You don't want to do that for yourself. You don't want to do that for yourself. You don't want to do that for yourself. So marry someone who is saved, and you can guarantee that when I report this person to God, God can talk to this person can hear and listen. The devil see when someone has not given their life to Christ, they are prone to the devil. The devil can swat their head at any time. As you can, you must have heard that when you marry an unbeliever, devil is your father-in-law. So whatever the father tells him is what he will do. He does not even know why he's doing it. People have gone for counseling. Unbelievers, they go for counseling and you're telling them about how to find peace in this relationship. And they're saying, I don't want peace. I apologize to your wife. I cannot apologize to your wife. Apologize to my husband. I cannot. I don't. You use all the scriptures in the word for them, and they're not even. They don't even care. So they don't even honor the word. They don't even honor God. Like who is God? Do you get? So you don't want to do like an unbeliever. I hope that you were able to pick one or two things from this, and I really, really pray that you would have a blissful, peaceful relationship worthy of emulation and set to be examples for other persons to model. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Thank you for tuning in to the end. And if you're watching the replay, if you get to watch the replay, thank you so much for staying by. I hope that you have liked, subscribe, and share to your friends. Thanks so much once again for joining. Have an amazing night rest. See you next Sunday. Bye.